the Arizona Cardinals. Holy shit. Teams named the Cardinals that just love to crush the playoff hopes and dreams of the fans of Philadelphia. If there was a hockey team named the Cardinals, the Flyers would be screwed. The Cardinals! You lost at home to the Cardinals! You've gotta be shitting me. What are you even supposed to say after something like this? I know what the fans are saying, and it's not too good. And I can't blame them. They want to know why. They want to know how. They want to know who. Who to blame. Who to point the finger at. And I know who to blame. I know who to point the finger at. I do. Everybody. Everybody's to blame. Everybody. It's not just the coaches, it's the players. It's not just the players, it's the coaches. I'll give you an example. Nnamdi Asomugha lining up in the neutral zone to keep the Cardinals drive alive, which, by the way, I don't understand how you do. I've never seen it in all the football games that I've ever watched. That's not on the coaches. That's the player. Having a massive defensive breakdown where the DBs aren't communicating with each other and don't know who they should be covering, and Larry Fitzgerald ends up isolated on a rookie safety making his first start. That's not on the players. It's on the coaches. Michael Vick having the game that he had, overthrowing and underthrowing and throwing into double coverage. I don't care how hurt he was. That's not on the coaches. That's on the player. The offensive coaches, Marty, Andy, not realizing that there's something wrong with Mike, even if it's just as simple as Mike hasn't found his rhythm. He's having an off day. And then only giving 17 touches to one of the league's most dangerous, versatile backs in Shady McCoy? It's not on the players. It's on the coaches. I'll give you one for special teams. Steve Smith bumbling the ball, almost coughing it up, is not on the coaches, it's on the players. However, being ranked 31st in the league in punt return average, only ahead of the Indianapolis Colts, which by the way is like beating an 80-year-old Chinese woman in a NASCAR race, is not on the players. It's on the coaches. Everybody. It's everybody's fault. Everybody deserves their own little piece of the blame for this disaster, this debacle. If you were to tell me 4 months ago that a John Skelton-led Arizona Cardinals team would essentially end any chances the Eagles had to go into the playoffs, and at this point we'd be 3-6, I would have bitch-smacked the stupid off of your face. But alas, here we are, boys and girls. Here we are, and it is a cold, harsh reality, but it's a reality. And yes, I said it. You heard me say it. You asked yourself, did he just say? And yes, I said it. This team is not going to the playoffs, all right? It's not happening. Mathematically, we're not eliminated, but I've seen enough. I know enough to know it's not going to happen. This team dug themselves too deep of a hole too early. And going into Sunday, they could afford to lose one more game. That was their margin of error. One more game. So instead of using that on a team like the Patriots or the Jets at home, or maybe the Giants or the Cowboys away, two tough divisional games, they decided to use it and blow their margin of error against a 2-win team at home with their backup quarterback. This team is not prepared to make a legitimate run at the playoffs, let alone compete once they get there. That too is a cold, harsh reality. Show me a team that in week 10 cannot learn from the same mistakes that cost them 3 out of the first 4 games, and I will show you a team that's sitting at home in January. You show me a team that can't get their defense off the field, and despite having one of the league's most dangerous backs, refuses to run the ball and control the clock, and I will show you a team that will be the first in NFL history to blow fourth quarter leads at home. You show me a team that can't get over basic mental errors time and time again, and I will show you a team that's 3-6. You show me the most overhyped, overrated, and underperforming team this year, despite a talented all-star roster, despite a head coach with a track history of success, and despite a front office that has done everything they could to put the right tools in the right hands, and I will show you the Philadelphia Eagles. And that too is a cold, harsh reality. And I know who watches these previews. And I'm not talking about the Eagles fans who check in and week out to hear my thoughts and opinions on the game or what the Eagles are doing. I know who watches these previews. And I am probably going to get a talking to about the statements I previously made. But understand this. It is going to take a lot more than the word of some short, bald guy with a big mouth to make this fan base believe in its team. They need to see it on the field. I need to see it. And that again is a cold, harsh reality. The New York Giants, MetLife Stadium, Sunday Night Football, national audience. And I will be at this game. I did buy myself a ticket. Can't wait. Keys to victory. It's a lot easier and more fun to talk about the keys to victory when talking about what the Eagles can do against the Giants rather than talk about what they can't afford to screw up to win the game. As far as a prediction goes on the game, I think that the Eagles can beat the New York Giants. If they play mistake and error-free football, intelligent football, I feel like they can beat the Giants. However, while I feel like they can, I don't feel like they will. Alright, the Eagles just haven't proven enough on the football field to show that they can get past them. When they hosted them at Lincoln Financial Field, they were outcoached, outplayed, really outclassed. And so far this year, the Eagles have only thrown together 2 complete games. Yes, they're 3-6, but if you take the Dallas Cowboys game, the second half of the Rams game, and the first half of the Redskins game, that's 2 complete games. And that's just not enough to get past the NFC East leading New York Giants. I think the Giants will win on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I know, it sucks to hear, but believe me, it sucks 10 times worse to say. Congratulations to Jason Markowitz for winning last week's Facebook Friday. But you know that you won on a technicality. See, the Facebook Friday question was how many receiving yards would Deshaun Jackson have in the game? Well, obviously Deshaun Jackson didn't play. So whoever guessed closest to 0 won. And Jason guessed 8 yards. What a douche. So congratulations. This week's Facebook Friday prize will be a wide receiver autographed combo pack. One from a former Giant and one from a guy who used to kill the Giants. 2 team prints, one signed by Eagles receiver Steve Smith and the other by Hall of Famer Tommy McDonald. So remember to check out my Facebook page for the Facebook Friday question of the week. I provided the link below. And also follow me on Twitter at the Mighty EROCK. Until next time, let's go Birds, and I will see you next week.